Washington, D.C. is no stranger to political drama, with its storied halls and historic chambers often serving as the backdrop for some of the nation's most pivotal moments. The city has witnessed countless debates, protests, and power struggles, but every so often an event occurs that truly stands out. Yesterday's events, however, were nothing short of extraordinary, capturing the attention of the entire country and sending ripples through the political establishment. Representative Shri Thanedar, a Democrat from Michigan known for his outspoken views, took the bold step of introducing 7 articles of impeachment against President Donald Trump. This dramatic move stunned both his colleagues and the public, as Thanedar laid out his case with conviction and urgency. It's the first time a House Democrat has formally called for Trump's removal in 2025, injecting a new wave of uncertainty and debate into an already tumultuous political landscape. The announcement has reignited fierce discussions about presidential power and accountability. Thanedar's announcement sent shockwaves through the Capitol, igniting a firestorm of reactions from both parties. Lawmakers scrambled to respond, with some expressing support and others condemning the move as politically motivated. In a fiery House floor speech, Thanedar accused Trump of being a clear and present danger to the Republic, vowing to defend the Constitution at all costs. He called on his fellow representatives to put country over party and take a stand for democracy. Whether this bold move will ultimately lead to Trump's removal from office remains uncertain. But one thing is clear. The question of presidential accountability is once again front and center in the national conversation, and the eyes of the nation are watching closely. Shri Thanedar is a relative newcomer to Washington, but his journey to the halls of Congress is anything but ordinary. In 2024, he was elected to represent Michigan's 13th congressional district, a diverse area that includes parts of Detroit and its surrounding communities. His victory marked a significant moment for the district, bringing a fresh face and a unique perspective to Capitol Hill. Thanedar's story began thousands of miles away in India, where he grew up in poverty. He immigrated to the United States with just $8 in his pocket, determined to build a better life. Through hard work and perseverance, he became a scientist and later a successful entrepreneur, founding and growing several businesses in the chemical testing industry. His life is a testament to resilience and the American dream, showing how determination and opportunity can change a person's destiny. Yet his political rise has not been without its share of controversy and debate. Critics often highlight his self-funded campaigns, questioning whether his wealth gives him an unfair advantage. Some also point to his unorthodox policy positions, which have sometimes set him apart from both party lines. On the other hand, his supporters praise his independence and his willingness to challenge executive overreach, seeing him as a bold voice willing to stand up for what he believes is right. Thanedar's recent move to pursue impeachment proceedings has catapulted him into the national spotlight, drawing attention from both media and political commentators across the country. To his supporters, Thanedar is courageous, someone willing to risk his political future to defend the Constitution and uphold democratic values, even when it means standing alone. But his critics accuse him of opportunism, suggesting that his actions are more about grabbing headlines than genuine conviction, and questioning the timing and motives behind his bold moves. As the debate over his motives and methods takes center stage, one thing is clear. Shri Thanedar has become a figure impossible to ignore in American politics, sparking conversations about leadership, ambition, and the future of the nation. Thanedar's articles of impeachment against Trump are sweeping, laying out a comprehensive case that spans multiple areas of alleged misconduct and constitutional violations. The articles allege a persistent pattern of abuse of power, obstruction, and a blatant disregard for the rule of law, painting a picture of a presidency that, in Thanedar's view, repeatedly overstepped legal boundaries. The most serious charge centers on Trump's alleged defiance of a Supreme Court ruling in the Kilmar-Abrego-Garcia case, where he is accused of intervening to block a lawful court decision, directly challenging the authority of the nation's highest court. Thanedar calls this a brazen assault on the judiciary, arguing that such actions threaten the very foundation of the American legal system and the separation of powers. The articles also cite Trump's efforts to dismantle or weaken key federal agencies, with a particular focus on the Department of Education, raising concerns about the long-term impact on public institutions and the services they provide to Americans. Another major allegation is his unilateral imposition of tariffs on foreign goods without seeking congressional approval, a move that bypassed the legislative branch and sparked controversy over executive overreach. Thanedar argues these actions not only undermine the federal government's checks and balances, but also damage U.S. relations with key allies, straining diplomatic ties and creating uncertainty on the world stage. He warns that Trump's rhetoric and actions appear designed to consolidate power in the executive branch, posing a direct threat to American democracy and the principles upon which the nation was founded. Despite the attention, the odds of Trump's removal are slim. Republicans hold solid majorities in both the House and Senate, making it unlikely the articles will advance. Even if the House impeached, conviction in the Senate would require a two-thirds majority, an almost impossible threshold. Trump's support among GOP lawmakers remains strong. Meanwhile, other Democrats are pursuing their own impeachment efforts, further fragmenting the push. This divided approach could dilute any single effort's impact. Thanedar's impeachment move is bold and risky. Supporters say he's taking a principled stand to hold Trump accountable and protect democracy. They believe his willingness to speak out could inspire others, regardless of the outcome. Detractors see it as a political gamble that could alienate moderates and energize Trump's base. Some argue Thanedar is putting ambition ahead of party interests. Only time will tell if this is a wise move or a costly miscalculation. One thing is clear: Thanedar has injected new uncertainty into an already volatile political environment.